he's so funny.
Well, he's looking more and more like his dad, or his mom rather.
You know what? There's times like his body language is exactly like DJ's, who's is exactly like his. I used to love to walk behind them because they had the same gait and everything. Well, you're right. The older he gets, there's certain times he turns his head. It's like, oh my gosh, that's just and that dimple
Yes.
in his chin.
You're just having to charging things up right now.
That's right.
Hey, when you got elected, you're allowed to use the electricity.
Yeah, that's right. That's a perk.
That's a perk.
That's
That's a benefit.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna start. Cambridge City Council now be in session. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Maybe.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Evancho.
Here.
Hill.
Here.
Loffman.
Here.
Leonard.
Here.
McMillan.
Here.
Wolverton.
Here.
Zaleski.
Here.
Reading of the minutes. Mr. Leonard,
Make a motion, we dispense the reading of the minutes and place on file.
Mr. Wolverton.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Mayor's report. Mayor Orr.
Make a motion.
No talking in class.
Head of the meeting is over there, so he's been telling me about it already. Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see everybody. As you can see, with the sunshine comes the activity level. And in front of you is a page and a half. That's just one of the few times we've had that. That's Sharon's fault, not, but it is.
Yeah.
I have the following request. Request of the safety director to review and confirm a pending MOU between the city and the FOP Lodge 10. That's number one. Number two, request from the fire department to appropriate 2 checks from a fundraiser held at Spring Valley in the amount of $20,755.83 into the fire department equipment line. And that was the adult leadership class that they have through the chamber. 3, request from the Economic and Community Development to A, enter into a partnership agreement with Guernsey County Commissioners to apply and administer the 2023 Community Housing Impact and Preservation Grant with the city as the lead agency. B, to apply for a 2023 Community Housing Impact and Preservation Grant to the Ohio Development Department of Office of Community Development, which is due, now this might make an emergency, we'll talk about that in a second, June 21st, 2023. C, enter into contract with Progressive Community Development Initiatives, LLC, to assist with applying for the 2023 CHIP grant. And D, to increase the appropriation in the 2021 CHIP home repair line item by $94,587. Turn the page. 4, request the engineer to appropriate $10,000 from the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency Equipment Grant into the water fund. And 5, request to create a part-time administration position, details to be provided at the committee meeting.
All those requests will be referred to the Finance Committee.
Thank you, Council President. And I have my normal list, and I may have missed, so honestly, at this time, Council, if you think of something you want to ask about or something that happened, let's make sure we catch it, because we want to try to get it out to our people the best we can. And Bill's graciously, and the radio's here filming this, and that's the only way we get things out there anymore. So we're thankful to have that. I want to tell both you people that. Allwell has contacted me. We're going to have another meeting with them, but they have finished the purchase of the Jeffersonian building. So that is going to happen. And what does that mean to us? We're going to be working on trying to get a one-way and all that, and you've been part of that in the past, but we're going to definitely dealing with that. No particular order here. I'm gonna try to hit as much as I can. Start of the July push, we kind of start January, we never stop trying to raise money for the 4th of July, but Thursday we'll be heading to the radio, thanks again. So we're gonna start that push, and the letters are going into the mail, and of course here comes the first holiday weekend and all that. It's not quite what Sharon and me have talked about in the past, of January 1 getting in the budget, I haven't forgotten. I wrote my own lingo here, and I can't tell what I wrote. Oh, how dare I forget this? This is an actual rendering picture that I get to see sometimes, and I realize how neat this is, and this used to be something we might see in it. Now, you guys can't put this on the radio, but you can talk about it. I have this posted up in my office, but this is also going to be going on in the downtown when we're going to have our bridge out. So,
Turner Avenue, Turner Avenue is gonna be paved.
I may not be able to go home.
I'll take one, Tom,
Here
for
you
the
go.
fun.
That's going to be going on down here at what used to be the Starfire. And I think Bell Stores is gonna do up a bang-up job. That thing's gonna go encompass the whole land. And if you look behind there at the metal on top of the stone and brick, that's gonna be the high wall in the back. Superior is no longer gonna be with us. They're taking it out. And it also has a car wash, which, okay. I mean, it seems like what we have quite a bit of it. But at the same time, it's beautiful. I think it's gonna be a marked improvement. Now, also in my notes here, I'm not making this up. I've done this a little while now. Right now, I want you to suck up what you see on Main Street and Steubenville Avenue. It's the finest it's ever looked. And I'm going on record right now to say that. I saw the court crew for the first time in 15 years, and call it skip, call it whatever you want to, they had the mulch out already. We've mulched twice in a year. It used to never, I used to scream, holler, throw a pack of gray hair. I couldn't get mulch down there. Now, we got weeds over in the parking lot. I'm still looking at them, but anyhow, I'm real excited about it. And the baskets and the beauty, and when that goes up, the sense of pride with that, that's just really beautiful. Also, if you haven't been out there yet, after 7 years of heavy frustration, the tennis courts is under revamping. Backhoes are up there, and there's holes, and they tore the nets down. Yes, it's a mess, and I'm just tickled to death to see it. For those that play tennis, I'm not one of them, but there's a lot of people that are, and the high school teams, and the partnership with the schools. Again, baseball tonight, Buckeye Trail's out there playing a tournament game at Don Cost, playing in the batting cages and all the preliminary and the concessions. That's just nice to be used that way and have people come in and want to be there and things like that. Pool and Tasty Trees, full go. Again, we opened up a week early. We did close Saturday. It was a miserable day until about 1 o'clock. Then the temperature jumped about 30 degrees. Cooked everybody, and about the time you got your shorts on, the temperature dropped 5 more, 10 more degrees. The wind started blowing. Everybody's like, "Where's your sweatshirt?" Well, anyhow, Sunday was good. You didn't know you was getting all this tonight, did you? Memorial Day Parade is this Monday. I've had a bunch of people, different ones, call about putting stuff in the parade, so I don't know if that means there's going to be a lot, a little bit. But looks like we're going to have the weather. Let's not curse anything there. The bridge signs are up, letting everybody know, here it comes. And along with that's the big track hose and all the other. I drove down below on Madison Avenue and peeked back in there, and man, oh man. And then on down on the backside going to the sheriff department. Cemeteries all look outstanding. Again, the court workers got in with James Green and the gang, and they handpicked every weed in that bank. And And that bank always has looked dignified and mulched. You can't find a weed in that thing, which, that's a first. I know I probably missed one in there. That's pretty much around robin. We've had fundraisers. The food truck trailer thing on Friday night was a win. Saw many of you in and out of that. Of course, graduating seniors and parties all over town. And parents' pride, you know, and they're loading up the My understanding is it's the highest number of incoming kindergartners they've had in years.
We got one of them.
But, I mean, you know, you look at those things, and I'm glad to see, that's why we work hard. That's why we do these things. It matters. And, you know, we got still got some hurdles. Got the bus garage coming. It's still in the school's name, but they're gonna take out the fuel tanks are leaving shortly. I talked to Eddie yesterday, actually Sunday I talked to him, and, so that'll be, you know, changing things out there. And I've been asked, what are we gonna do with it? All I can tell you is we'll make it as nice as it can be, a quiet partner to the neighborhood, the best it can be. We're gonna move some of that swine out there by the armory. I mean, we gotta get that tuned up. That's on my last nerve, has been for a while. Well, you know, where are you gonna put it? And we're not taking it all up there, we're gonna it's all right, I don't know, can't do that again. Okay. So, any questions, any good ideas? What are we
Any
into?
questions in there, Mike?
The Dewey Avenue project looks like it's 99% complete.
Actually, my understanding is it's done. They cemented it and then blacktopped it. Beautiful drains, all new gravel in that parking lot, and that car lot deserves my respect totally for standing through all that. Not one time did I take a complaint from there. So for West 40 Auto Sales, here's free advertisement. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoy the lot, and you've been a great partner on that.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Mr. Leonard?
Did you tell them what time the parade starts on Monday?
I believe the parade usually kicks off at 10 o'clock.
Line up at 9.
Line up at 9. They start at the top of the hill by the upper funeral home, Bundy Law, parking lot, and the court. Both of those areas kind of form and then come down the hill. John Bennett reads the thing. First one hits the monument around 10 o'clock, and it kind of takes off from there.
Anybody else? Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
We'll go to communications.
I have received a check from our insurance company. This is more reimbursement for the municipal court incident on Christmas Day. So it just needs to be sent to Finance Committee for appropriation.
Mr. Vancho
Motion to refer to Finance Committee.
and Mr. McMillan.
Second the motion?
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion's granted. Next, please.
I have the park board minutes from April the 11th.
Leonard.
Make a motion, we accept those minutes and place on file.
Mr. Overton.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion's granted. Is it?
And I have the monthly report from municipal court for April.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to accept and place on file.
Sill? That's your hand, sorry. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion's granted.
It's like
That's
an
it?
auction, don't raise your hand.
Okay, we'll go to reports of committees.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 15th, we recommend that the following transfers and appropriations be approved. Appropriate $314 to Code Enforcement Services by contract. Appropriate $4,158 to Fire Department equipment.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 15th, we recommend that council authorizes the administration to enter into contract with Pyrotechnico Fireworks Incorporated for fireworks display for 2023 and declaring an emergency.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, May the 15th, we recommend that council authorizes the administration to apply for a safety grant from the Ohio BWC in the amount of $12,000. Said grant would be for the purchase of trench shoring.
Any questions of the committee on that report? Okay. We'll move on to unfinished business. Is there anything under unfinished business? Okay, we'll go to the audience portion. If anybody wishes to speak before council, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, And you'll be given 5 minutes unless you're important and
Good evening. My name is Stephanie Williams. I live at 8740 Lewis Way in Cambridge. I was here back in, I think it was January, to introduce myself as a candidate for Cambridge Municipal Court Judge. And I just came back tonight to, because the May primary is completed and I was successful, so I will be the Republican candidate on the November ballot. So just stopped in to, I guess, reintroduce myself.
well, congratulations and
Thank you.
thanks for stopping in. Anybody, any questions for Stephanie? Okay,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
All right.
okay, we'll move on. Oh, sorry, David. Didn't see you getting up.
David Gall at 831 Highland here in Cambridge. Just want to, on behalf of the Cambridge Citizens Police Alumni Association, just want to acknowledge the event that was followed the week-long police event here this past weekend. I want to thank the community for actually being able to come out and support. It was, not only was the ceremony taken care of obviously by the mayor and Captain Peoples, and as well as Rocky Hill, engaging in that ceremony, but also we had the benefit of being able to have food trucks here, and a large number of the community did come out to support that. And the funds that were raised from that event, go back into the community. So it's a good thing that's very strong for the community. We want to obviously acknowledge our law enforcement. We will be having our next event on July the 14th, so we're looking forward to everybody being able to come out. Now, being that the bridge is now going to be closed, we will not be closing off, obviously, Main Street, but we'll be off to the side here of the City Hall here. So anyways, that's what we wanted to share with the community tonight. So thank you very much.
Thanks, David. Yeah, I'm sorry we had to miss it. I hate missing those things. Okay, we'll go to new business. Is there anything under new business? Seeing none, we'll go to ordinances and resolutions.
An ordinance of transfers and appropriations.
Ms. McMillan,
Motion to suspend?
Mr. Loffman,
Second to suspend.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Mr. Zaleski,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Vancho.
Second motion.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to enter into contract with Pyrotechnico Fireworks Incorporated for fireworks display and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Wolverton.
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Leonard.
Second.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
McMillan.
Yes.
Evancho. Zaleski.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Mr. Loffman.
Motion passed.
Mr. McMillan.
Second to pass?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to apply for safety grant from Ohio BWC.
Mr. Vancho. Mr. Wolverton.
Second.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
Zaleski.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Ms. Hill
Motion to pass?
and Mr. Zaleski.
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Leonard.
Yes.
Laufman.
Yes.
Evancho.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. As we move into miscellaneous, to start off, I'd like to congratulate and recognize our clerk, who was at her International Clerks Association, which is the IMC, convention or meeting, whatever, this past week. And she got a bit of surprise while she's there. And I told her before the meeting, I said, instead of me messing this whole thing up, how about you just telling everybody what exactly the honor you've been bestowed. So
Well, as you know, some of you know, some of you may not know, I served as the president of IIMC in 2010, 2011. We have a 14,000 member organization, which is not just the United States, but we also have members in Canada. We have members in Australia, South Africa, Scotland, England, Belgium, the Netherlands, and we meet once a year in May. I also, right now, have the distinct honor to serve on our foundation board. And our foundation raises money for clerk education. You all are very generous with me in allowing me to attend these conferences and, through my travel and training budget. But there are some communities that don't have that pleasure, that don't have those funds available. So we work very hard all year to raise money for clerks so that they can become certified. As you know, I'm a master municipal clerk, and I received that education through IIMC and the Ohio Clerks. So one of my dear friends, in fact, she's one of my very best friends. She is in Texas, they would call their clerks city secretaries. And she has been a mentor of mine since I began my journey through IIMC. And we had our reception last Sunday evening to recognize those that contribute to the foundation. And she called me up in front of this whole room full of people. I had no idea what she was doing, and began to say many wonderful things about me. And then she said, and I also am friends with her husband, and she said, on behalf of my husband and I, I'm gonna cry. I'm going to donate $1,000 to the foundation to establish the Sharon Kassler Education Endowment, and that money will be used for Ohio Clerks. I told her, I said, I'm mad at you because you're making me ugly cry in front of this whole room full of people, and here I am doing it again. But it's a huge honor, and she serves as the president of our foundation. And when I called Bill to tell him about it, and he was laughing, and he said, so anybody can contribute to that? And I said, yeah, as Mary Lynn would say, the bank is always open. So I'm just thrilled. It was a huge honor, and I was just overwhelmed by that. So I love what I do. I love mentoring other clerks. I love being able to help them find a way to have their education and become certified as well. So it was a huge honor for me. So I thank you for allowing me to attend these conferences.
When Sharon was first hired by Fred Shimp, Fred told her, get involved in these organizations and get educated. And Sharon's certainly done that. But she's also done more than just get involved in the organization. She's been president of the Ohio Clerks Association, and as she mentioned, president of the International Clerks Association as well. So very proud of our clerk. All right. All right, Mr. Rancho.
Yes, since we have Memorial Day next Monday, Finance will meet on Tuesday.
Actually, that's a fifth Monday, so it would be June the 5th.
That's
Totally
why she
off.
does it.
That's right. I was gonna have us go another meeting. Yes, June 5th on a Monday at 4:30.
Okay, anything else under miscellaneous? Ms. McMillan?
Number one, congratulations, Sharon, having
Thank you.
worked with you and being a very good friend of mine. Such an honor and so well deserved. And I am so proud to call you a friend and have you as our clerk because you keep us in line most of the time. But I also want to give a shout out to Guernsey Leadership and the young leaders. This fundraiser that they had, and this donation, $20,000, $20,755. That's amazing. Those are both great organizations, and they do so much for this community. And I personally want to thank them for that on behalf of the city and the fire department.
Mr. Mayor? Sorry, buddy.
When you say stuff like that, I don't want to miss certain things. Area Agency hosted the dinner that night where the check was given to Chief Deeks. Again, this body passing that motion, supporting that organization, allowing that to come into the downtown, it has never looked back. And, you know, we don't get a lot of time to enjoy those moments because we're too busy worrying about the next situation or whatever. Our world's changing, but with that said, we're keeping the blocks of the foundation together there. And that same area agency had a thing at Pritchard Loftman. I don't exactly remember the names. I think it was Around the World in 80 Days. I get these things on email, and I sent in a little donation, think, you know, it was a good idea. And next thing I know, I find out through the organization I have a table out there. I'm like, what's that mean? Well, they had 40 or 50 tables the year before. They had 70 this year. Last week, I pulled into the parking lot. There was literally hardly anywhere to park. It was crazy in there. They were running people back and forth by golf cart. And it was all local senior citizens checking out the best insurance, whether they want to talk to a law firm. Every kind of service known to man was there, representative, whatever. It was just really unique. And I thought I've seen a little everything, but I'll tell you what, it was something to be proud of.
Thank you, Nick. Anybody else? If not, Mr. Leonard,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
we are adjourned.